My Hometown, brought to you by Giuseppe Pizzeria. Bring home real pizzeria pizza taste. Bring home Giuseppe by Dr. Utker.
In Syria, people mostly play soccer. When there's a soccer game, you don't see anyone in the street. They all are watching soccer. But when I come to Canada, people in here doesn't like soccer as much as hockey.
Picture your home, your things, your friends, your work or your school. If you had to, could you leave it all behind? How far could you go to start all over? Omar Al-Zaib and his family are from Syria. They're refugees.
Khalid is my oldest brother, and I am after him. I am 16 years old. My other brother, Muhammad, he's 14 years old. And then my sister, she's in grade 6. And the younger ones are Hamza and Camila. And Mazen is the youngest one. He's only 3 months. He's the only one in our family who have the citizenship.
Around the turn of the decade, when the wave of protests and civil conflicts that characterized the Arab Spring began, the Al-Zaib family lived in Damascus.
It was around 2010 it started to get dangerous. I started to see a lot of police everywhere with big weapons.
يعني في اشتباكات وقصف وكنا خايفين. يعني ما في شغل، لا في خبز، لا في، أنا بدي أطعم ولادي، بدي كذا. شو بدي أعمل؟ بدي أضل بسوريا، بدي أموت أنا وولادي.
A world away, a community was rallying. Led by Barb Wines, Refuge Winnipeg was created with the goal of sponsoring the Al-Zaib family.
We sent out invitations to other United Churches, to other churches, to the Manitoba Islamic Association, to say that we would be holding a meeting for those who were interested in supporting some refugees from Syria.
Refuge Winnipeg raised money. They found accommodation, and on October 5th, 2015, the Al-Zaib family arrived at their new home.
It was quite exciting and very touching because they had family here, the sister, husband, and her children, and they hadn't seen their family in quite a while.
يعني إنه معقولة إحنا وصلنا كندا، يعني ما كان، يعني وصلنا على بلدنا الثاني، يعني حسيت وقت العالم يعني هيك استقبلونا بالمطار وكذا، وهون حسيت بالأمان.
I was just looking around, all around me, how many people, and everybody's talking differently, and I was like, what they are saying? I didn't know they speak English. I don't know the language at all.
Fitting in is all anyone ever really wants, but it can be difficult. So we look for ways to relate, ways to speak the same language.
The other kids are all big soccer players, and everybody was talking about sports and stuff. And he one day said to Frank, well, what sport can I do? Frank's my husband. And Frank had been looking online at what kind of sports were available.
There's something else you need to know. Omar is different from a lot of kids, not because he's Syrian, but because of what happened to him in Syria.
We heard some bombs. It was the first time I heard bomb. And then the principal told everybody to go home as fast as possible. And then when we tried to go, there is a big military truck. It was going so crazy. I just remember that it hit me.
فبقى رحت على المستشفى، لقيت عمر مغمي عليه، وبعدين قرروا إن يقطعوا له رجله لأنه كانت رجلينه تعبانة اثنيناتهم. طبعاً أنا بعد ما أصاب عمر ظليت ونايم عليه بالمستشفى 2 فبقى نقلته على المشفى خاص. أنا بدي ابني يوقف، يعني بأي لو أدفع دم عمري. بعدها ما عاد ظل قاعدة بالبلد، ما كرهت البلد، كرهت.
It had been nearly 5 years since his injury, but fewer than 2 months after coming to Canada, Omar had a new leg.
They came in October, and it was mid-December when he got his leg.
I asked him, I'm gonna walk like normal person or stuff. And he told me, yes, you're gonna walk like anyone else.
He walked in the door at home, and the whole family was just beaming and they were happy, but they were crying with tears that he was going to be able to walk.
شعور لا يوصف إنه عمر يرجع إنه بيمشي على رجلينه. قعدت أبكي ما عاد أتحمل.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. Archchupak is part of the community of volunteers who have helped Omar and his family every step of the way.
Okay, Omar, you ready to play?
Yep.
I wasn't thinking that I could play sport like any other people. But I didn't know that there is sledge hockey that I can play.
One of the best things that transformed the sledge hockey program in 10 years has been the concept of community. It doesn't matter about the individual's disability or where they're coming from, etc. They're just hockey players.
Not only is he a Syrian refugee coming from a whole new country, he's also got a disability, so it's a lot harder to, maybe find friends that can relate almost.
Whether you've never played it before or you've played your whole life, everybody that's in Canada knows how important hockey can be, and to know that he's taken to it so fantastically, it makes you feel good.
Sport has given him a community of people, and I haven't heard him say it lately, but he used to say, well, I'm more Canadian than anyone in my family because I play hockey. I play sledge hockey.
And Omar is already helping the next wave of refugees. Ahmed is 9. He's been in Canada for about a year, and he lost his leg when his home in Aleppo was bombed.
He come from Syria too, and when he first come, he was very upset and he's very sad. And I try to get him to play with us. I really like to help him.
Syrians, refugees, are people just like the rest of us. We want to raise our families in a safe, peaceful way. We want our children to be successful. And I think the community's benefited from all the Syrians that have come and what they contribute.
I like about life in Canada. I like to learn lots of things. I like to play. And when I win for Canada.
My Hometown, brought to you by Giuseppe Pizzeria. Bring home real pizzeria pizza taste. Bring home Giuseppe by Dr. Utker.